Hey, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We're back for GAC, and I want to let you know, if you like me doing these reviews of my opponent's roster, let me know. I'm going to keep doing them because I like doing them, but I'd like to hear some feedback about what your thoughts, about my conclusions about it, because I'm trying to grow my knowledge base, and the only way that I'm going to be able to increase that is to play more and get more feedback from you folks. So if you watch me analyze my opponent's roster here in a second, and you like what I'm doing, please, give me some feedback. Let me know, hey, I like this, I didn't like this, you didn't explain this enough. There's more to it than that type of stuff. Because I'm getting ready to put together we're almost of my 1 year playing this game, and I told you in February again we're going to be doing my free-to-play farming guide, and I'm going to be putting it together, but I also want to understand more about this game for my own benefit. And so if people ask questions later on, maybe you have benefit that I can impart to them later on or something like that. Anyway, let's jump into the what's going on. We're playing Zebby 76, apparently. Here he is. He's at 1.2. Okay. Right off the bat, Iden Zeta Omicron scares me. It does. If you don't know what the Iden Zeta, if you don't know what the Iden Zeta is very difficult to overcome on its own. But then when you compare it with where's the leadership that the Zeta's on? This is where the Zeta is. While in GAC, while in Grand Arena, at the beginning of the battle, if there is no leader that has a leadership tag, Imperial Troopers allies also gain 35% max health and max protection. And whenever an enemy goes out of turns, Imperial Trooper allies recover 20% health and 20% health and protection, and gain Terminator percent. What this does is it makes it very difficult, because as you know, I run Veers, and this makes it very difficult. You look at her, we just take a look at her. I want to see what she looks like speed-wise. I didn't expect her to be terribly fast. This is a newer player. It's understandable that she's under 200 speed. Her crit damage is up 66%. Her potency, she's got 50% extra potency. She's over 100% potency. Tenacity is, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Crit chance seems okay. But honestly, this is a guy at 1.2 million, so he looks at somebody who's actually free to play, like myself, and I really like that. Aside from that, he's got a GK with a Zeta, and he's got Snips with her Zeta, and then Ezra with his Zeta. But Snips' Zeta is on this during Padawan, and it's only if the leader is a Galactic Republic. So, because that's the only way it applies. So, I'm assuming that this has got to be a team where JK is the leader. And I'm not sure when. Is this the time? Because I don't know enough about this, and that's what I'm trying to learn, is where the Zeta is, what exactly the Zeta does. I think it probably is that one. I think it is down here, because it says if allies, then I feel like that's the addition part. But I'm just thinking back to my own GK. But yeah, so probably the GK is with Ahsoka. So I'm assuming they're going to be an offensive team with GK and Ahsoka, and I would guess probably Ezra will be a team, and then they're going to have, of course, Iden with. Who's he going to put Iden with? I guess probably Moff Gideon, but that's a mistake because Moff Gideon's a leader. Definitely Dark Trooper. Couldn't put it with Veers, so I'm not really sure. And the thing about Dark Trooper's a droid, and I think she wants to be with human. If I remember right, she wants to be with human troopers. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a miss here. I would say I would say that I like Manchester to win overall. He's either going to put GK Snips, Ezra, or JMY, which he has JMY, so that's good. Maybe put him with Ben, but you're not going to put two tanks, so so it's either going to be Ezra or JMY, and probably JMY just to make the whole Galactic Republic team, because Yoda is Galactic Republic, I believe. Other than that, they got a usable Phoenix team. They got Ezra here. They got Chops here. Here's Zeb. Here's Sabine. Here's Hera. Where's Thrawn? There he is. Here's Rex. It's interesting to me that they have Jyn Erso here, because they have Cassian and K2SO, but do they have an Adrad? I doubt it. I'm not saying that Adrad. They have SAP. They have the newest unit R853. That's like interesting. I find that really interesting. Especially when they have Drogon and Scout down here. They have the new unit at 53 already, but whatever. I mean, it's a really small roster from what I'm seeing. Imaginations, they look like they might be headed towards Revan, but they're not really, because they don't have T3 or Cassian, D3 or Karth, I'm sorry, or Juhani for that matter. So that's interesting. Seps not even barely started on the on a Geo team or any kind of Seps, which is okay. No Sith Empire to speak of. Not surprising that they have a lot of bounty hunter scoundrels, whatever. Not a very hard team. Boosh and Boba and maybe Mando, but yeah. No Resistance, no Zorian at all, of course. Rogue One, we talked about that already. They're like, looks like they're heading towards the U-Wings, could be, potentially, but not anything to worry about. They have CLS, but no Zetas, so not really worried about that at all. Don't have Han. Of course they don't have Chewie, because their bounty hunters are basically non-existent. We talked about their Phoenix, we talked about their Old Republic. No Inquisitorius. Talked about their troopers. Geos, we talked about all of them. Galactic Republic. This is the team. I'm confident that it's GK, Snips, and Yoda. There's no reason he's not going to use anybody else. Doesn't make sense to use anybody else. Just a team that got matched up with me because whatever. But there's nothing here. Anyway, I think I'm going to have an easy time. But let's skip over to the next guy. And we'll do that from here. Alright, here we are, back with the older free-to-play count. Just so you know, I'm going to have these as self-contained videos starting with this one, so we're not going to do... So it's not going to be where I talk about these guys and then we go into the rest of the day. It's going to be this video and then the rest of the day video. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work day-wise, but we'll see. Anyway, here we have Math Facelli. Something like that. We'll see. Here we go. What is this guy? Oh my gosh. 6 million. 6 million going up against my little 2 million account with everything. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Well, right off the bat, we know he doesn't have executor. Like, why? It's not like I do, but I know just because of the fact that Boba is Relic 6. He needs to be Relic 8. But very impressive. He's got all the Zetas for, which this might be, I mean, I don't know if you need all 3 for Vader. I think you need all 3 for Luke. The other one for, the second one, the one on the shock here for Palpatine, I think it's a little overkill. But this guy's 6 million, so it does like you can. I don't understand why he has both Zetas for Tarkin. That to me is like, really? I do know that you probably want all 3 for Jedi Knight Revan. Kenobi's got 1. I know that Yoda has 2, and you want the one for his unique, but you do not want the one for his leadership. So this guy's just sticking. He's just sticking. He's just sticking Zetas everywhere, but you don't need this one for the leadership. There's one that is really good. I don't know enough about Yoda yet, but I know he has one. But I know the one you don't want for Yoda is the one on his leadership. Because that was good when the game came out, but we're in a different place now. I don't know enough about Asajj yet. I don't know enough about Dooku. We talked about Ezra. Ezra, if you're running the full Phoenix, of course Ezra is going to be beautiful. This one is good. Anakin is good. Anakin Zeta is good only for a Padme lead. So if he doesn't have Padme, or he's not planning to use a Padme lead, which I don't see, it's kind of a waste. Dr. Maul, I don't really know about. GBAs, I know he definitely needs Queen's Will. The other one is just nice. It's just luxurious. Don't know about R2. Hunj Zeta is the one and only. It's the good one for Han, of course. General Grievous, obviously, Men of Monstrosity. I don't know about the other one. Don't know enough about Mother Townsend. I have this is a GAC only Omicron. It's for if you want to put a 3s or a team together with 3s. Generally speaking, it's R2 plus Princess Leia. Jenner, so the one Zeta is good, the other one's not so great. I think if it's on, is it on Tenacious Assault? Yeah, Trenton Strike. That's the good one. The leadership is because, I mean, it's good if you're not running AdRad, but if you have Admiratus, it's like, really? It's just overkill, it's just a waste. Boss, this is the leadership, so obviously it's good because you need it. The one on the unique here, I also generally have, but the one that you want is the one in leadership, of course. Dengar, I've researched Dengar Zeta, and I think think this is a waste. Personally, could be wrong. This is this is a GAC Omicron. If he's running Ewoks in GAC, that's fine, but if he's not, okay. Don't know enough about Mace's Omicron to say anything. Really surprised that he doesn't have any Omicrons for C-3PO. Don't know enough about Captain Phasma. Scion, I guess he's running Cis Triumvirate. I guess that's good, but I don't see any sign of Cis Triumvirate aside from him being there. B1, of course, if you're running a Grievous droid team, you're probably going to want that for that. This is the heal on Jolee, so of course it's good. We know about Qui-Gon. You gotta get the Zeta to get to the Omicron. The Omicron is good if you're using getting you Sky Guy on the team. Pongo's GAC Omicron, of course. Hera, if you're running Total Phoenix, then that makes sense. There's the sign of the Triumvirate, but I do not see Darth Nihilus. This is a good one for Mando. A little surprised they don't have the Giuliani Zeta Omicron or whatever. Surprised they don't have Savage Omicron here on Brute for Brute. Imbo I don't know enough about. His doesn't have Wampa. It doesn't have the Wampa Omicron. I would have expected his Padme to be higher. I think, generally speaking, these two are waste, but I'm not sure. If you know about Leia, let me know. I don't. But as far as I've just given you a brief overview because we're almost headed towards 20 minutes, and we have not gotten to the third and final account. This is a guy who I don't think bought anything. He's a free-to-play, I'm guessing. Well, he could be Hyperdrive, but I think he's just done it the right way. I don't know why he's in Carbonite. Honestly, just gonna go in there, do the best I can. Don't expect to win anything. I see a lot of wasted Zetas, in my opinion, and I want to know if you agree, because I know that the Tarkins are not great. I know that the leadership on Vader, unless you're using him on a leader, is a waste. I know that the leadership on Yoda is a waste. So I see at least five wasted Zetas, potentially more, like Cuba Jen, but I don't see Adrad. So Dengar's is, could be, but if you've played the game and you know about these characters, like I'm sure I will when I get to year 2, but until I get to year 2, I don't know. But yeah, I see probably what I would consider to be at least 6 wasted Zetas, simply because he doesn't have one or two for Piet. That's like, okay. So I think he's probably got Negotiator, if I had to guess, as his fleet. I'll be shocked if he didn't have a Negotiator, let's put it that way. So I'm going to say he's running Negotiator as his fleet. Well, what did I see? He's got... Could be. I see two high, 3 high, but not done, 4 high. Definitely not a done Negotiator fleet. No Vulture Droid's not done, so Razor Crest is open, but he's definitely, so it's, it's not even Negotiator. Is it Executrix? Because if it's Malevolence, I could stump a whole mud hole in that Malevolence, let me tell you that. It's gotta be Executrix. With what exactly? I'm telling you right now, my fleet, if he's running Executrix, I can beat his Executrix. No question. I'm not sure what it is, if it's Executrix or if it's Home 1, because they don't make sense. And it could be endurance. I don't know. There's a lot of. I have no idea what fleet he's running. I would guess it's Home 1 or Executrix, but guy's 6 million. He doesn't have TIE Bomber. He doesn't have Razor Crest. He doesn't have Vulture Droid, Vulture Bomber. Whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, I'm going to go hit the last one, see what's going on with there. BRB. If you haven't guessed, I put timestamps in. I'm going to be putting timestamps in for these different people, so you can go back and watch. I think I'm probably going to upload this around the 20th, so hopefully that's when you're seeing it. Don't know that for certain, but just know that I did this on the 11th. Anyway, last account. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Opercius Grim. Prodigal Knight. Interesting. Okay. 4.8. All 3 Zetas on Revan. I know that's good. I know that's good. We talked about how I feel about the shock for Palpatine. If I'm wrong, let me know. I talked about the leadership for Vader. If I'm wrong, let me know. Please. Want to learn. T3M4. I don't know. Obviously, I see 2 Zetas. I see 2 Omicrons. Are they worth it? This is a territorial Omicron. Nobody talks about it. I think it's waste. Let me know if you agree. That's my initial impression, is that it's a waste. My initial impression is that any other Zeta on T3 and 4 is a waste. I don't know that. If you do, please let me know, because I want to learn. I really do. This Mace looks very dangerous just by the fact that he has 3 Zetas. Looks very, very dangerous. Territorial War Omicron. I don't know if you want Mace's Territorial War Omicron. I don't hear anybody talk about it. If you know about Mace's Zetas and his Territorial War Omicron, let me know, please. Karth. I don't hear anybody talk about his Zeta War Omicron anymore. It's a Territory War Omicron. I think it's a waste. Do you agree? Can you tell me about it? Let me know. Love to hear from you. Like to see a done Bastilla. I think she's done. She is. I thought she only had 1 Zeta. She does. Like to see a done Juhani. I personally like Boba Zeta myself. If I'm wrong, let me know. No, Cad Bane has nothing. I know that for a fact. I'm thinking this is a pack that he bought packs now. This reads packs to me. This reads the fact that he bought. So here's what I think. I think he bought First Order pack. I think he bought the First Order pack. I think he bought the Radis pack. I think he bought the Bounty Hunter pack, the Finalizer pack. I think this is a guy who bought, just like me, but but here's the thing. I think he already had Palpatine done. I think he already had a Reventine done. I think he already had Mace up here. I think everybody else is just pack buys that he's slapping Zetas on so he can make use of them, which is smart. If you're gonna buy a pack, you probably want to have Zetas that you can use, and you can obviously tell where those Zetas go. Unfortunately, I think he has one too many Zetas on here. Let me know if you disagree. I think it's the shock that is not so usable. I think here's the leadership that's not so usable. I think the Omicrons here are a waste. I think potentially the Zetas here are a waste. I think potentially the Omicron here is a waste. Let me know if you can help me out on those. Please, I want to learn. But you can tell it's a pack by. Love the Queen's Will and the other Zeta here, not a problem with that. Hera, if you're running, wish she had the Zeta. Wish they would have took a Zeta off of cards and gave it to Hera here. That would have made me feel better about the whole thing. CLS, no problem there. We talked about the Iden Omicron. So I don't necessarily agree with the Dark Troopers Zeta because I don't have it anywhere. I don't plan to. I think it's kind of a waste. Could be wrong. This, I think, is a good territorial war Omicron. I think it's Juhani. It's good. I remember seeing that it's good. Once again, if you disagree, let me know why you disagree. Because I'm trying to learn. Everybody else here, got Malik. I'm just, when I see Malik, I'm like, I'm gonna get wrecked. If he put, does he have Revan? Wait a minute. He does have Darth Revan. I was like, wait a minute, what? Does he not have Darth Revan? He does. He's got to. If he's got Malik, he's got Revan. But how usable a team that is, I don't know. With no Zeta here and the one Zeta here. Obviously, love the fact that he's a light side Revan fan. Love the fact that he's a light side Revan fan. You can tell. Third highest, Savior. Problem I might have. Slow. Not that I'm not going to be slow, but I know that slow Revan. So there's a potential if we sort by speed. Who's his fastest tune? Quill? Come on. His fastest tune is Quill? That's... So we know this guy doesn't have a lot of speed. Not that I will. But we know this guy doesn't have speed. So if you see this guy and you ever play him, just know, dude ain't got speed. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I mean, this guy, he was obviously I think he was probably at 2.5 million at least, and then he bought packs. And then that's where he is. So I think he obviously had Revan. I think he had Malik. I think everything else is just a pack. He's just back. It's just packs. That's what I think. That's what it looks like. Ship-wise, he doesn't have anything. I can guarantee it. He has nothing. His fleet is going to be Finalizer and Radis. And that's what he's going to go with. Shocking. How is his actual fleets? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how his Galactic Republic is. Garbage. Mine. On this account, I'm pretty confident. My Galactic Republic is better. How's his Empire? Non-existent. At least he has TIE Bomber. So he's on the way. You can tell that he's kind of thinking about Executor. That you can tell. And they gave him this. Not surprising. No, it's not really surprising that he's there. The last thing we need to look at is who is he using? I can't tell you. I don't know who his. I don't know. It's probably if I can get to his fleet, I'm gonna beat his fleet, obviously. But the fact that he has more front coverage, I'm not gonna win. Just because look, he's gonna run. He's gonna run a Revenge Jedi at me. I'm not gonna be able to get through that. He's gonna be able to run an Empire team with Palpy, Vader, whoever, and I'm not gonna be able to get through that. If you throw his bounty hunters at me, I'm probably gonna eat him for lunch. But honestly, he could run this, just whatever first order team, and I would have nothing to do with it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you have any comments, please let me know if you have any input, because like I said, I want to grow in my knowledge base, and I want to know what you think of what I said about these opponents in general. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back later with the daily video. Until then, hold the line. I'll see you then. Bye.